Hi guys. I'm sure that you're wondering, what is this? Am I going to tell you about my sexual orientation? No, this is not a video to talk to you about my sexual orientation. I know saying coming out of the closet is mostly associated with sexuality, but in this context, I wanted to refer it to something else in our lives. Coming out of the closet, sometimes it's about us telling our truth out there. It's about stepping out of the version of ourselves, that version that we have created just to survive, and finally becoming who we really are or who God created us to be. For somebody like me, being in the closet is like being silent. It's most of the time bottling everything in and holding everything in. It's smiling at times in the public while I'm carrying battles that no one can see. There's this saying that when you sell your sickness, you mostly get the right medicine or the right remedy for it. What does that mean? If you've never heard this statement before, what does that mean? It means that at times it's necessary for us to speak, to open up, and to allow ourselves to be seen. Sometimes things like this can lead to our healing process. But let's be honest, coming out of the closet is not an easy thing, especially for people like me who are very private. I try as much as possible not to talk about my life, especially on the social media space, because I'm somebody who is very, very concerned about security when it comes to social media. People like me likes to observe, we like to think, and we like to carry things quietly, stay in our corner and doing what we have to do on TikTok or in any social media, and that's all. But in today's world, especially on social media, a lot of people are sharing out their experiences, and they are getting the help that they need. Because social media can feel like a stage, but it's not always the safest place for us. Sometimes, if you're not lucky, you also come into contact with people that are judgmental. At times, you also feel that you are either misunderstood or people don't take you seriously. We also have a lot of people that out of their depression and stress, they use the social media to bully others and to take advantage of people's vulnerability, and sometimes turn it into an entertainment or a medium where they can make fun of you. So for people like me that don't want to experience anything like that, we tend to stay in the closet. We tend to stay quiet. I tell myself most of the time, it's better I deal with my issues or to deal with the things that I've learned through life alone. Why is there a need for me to share it with any of you? Or I also sometimes feel like nobody really would care about what I say. But deep down, I know that some things are heavy to carry alone and that we all need somebody. That's why we can't be islands. So breaking out of the closet, that silence is one of the harder things that I find it personally difficult to do, but I think it requires courage. Not that courage that is loud, not the courage that you find yourself everywhere talking about from A to Z about your life or the experiences or the lessons that you have learned in the course of time. But that quiet type where you are able to open up to the right people. That courage that you can be yourself, you can tell your story, You can share your experiences if you are going through difficult times, if you have experienced a happy moment. And no, it doesn't mean you have to tell everything. Make sure that as much as you are open to people, you try to keep some things to yourself, because you never know who is listening to you. And the more you are vulnerable, the more you tend to make mistakes, especially when you are giving speeches or talking about your life. So that's why it's very important to apply emotional intelligence in cases like that. So being open or coming out of the closet is not about losing your privacy. You can still have your privacy. It's just choosing where and when to be real and to what extent. Because you, the one that is sharing, have the power to decide everything. One thing I've learned about maybe doing this is when we are open or we come out of the closet, it's a form of feeling. And and sometimes the very things that we are afraid to say, after saying it, we are lifted of that burden. If some if any of you is experiencing anything like that, and you feel like coming out of the closet, I just want to tell you that decide when and how to do it. You don't have to be an open book overnight. Okay, it is a gradual step, especially if you are like me, that finds it very difficult to do it. It's something that is gradually. You need to build that community, or you find the right people to open up to. Don't trust everybody here on social media. Not everybody really cares about what you're going through, or not everybody is interested to learn from you. Start small, start safely, start where your voice feels respected, because we have a lot of good communities out there. I have, for instance, joined Christian communities, community that talks about life, family life. There are good communities here on social media that you can be part of, and that will help you up to also open yourself. Don't stay locked up forever, because your story matters, your struggles are valid, and your voice might not just heal you. Okay? That is the beautiful thing about coming out of the closet. Sharing your experiences is not just about you healing yourself, it's also healing others that may be experiencing the same thing. I hope this blesses you. If you are in the closet and you feel like it's difficult for you to come out of it, to please try it. Do it gradually. And may God help you in the process.